Hi, it's Ellie FS and welcome back to ellei.yes. Today, we're going to be answering the world's unanswered questions. Question number 1. When did time begin?
Technically, time was always here.
But then, could you go back? Predated time? Is that a thing?
What do you mean?
What is pre-time? Is there pre-time?
No, because time must have begun at the start.
Yes, but there's always pre-Big Bang. There was a point in time where time, the concept, was created. Then they used that concept of time to date pre-time.
Yeah. It still existed in time.
Time wasn't a thing,
Exactly.
but it was. Oh. I'm gonna go straight in for the big question.
What is the meaning of life?
I'm so glad you asked. The meaning of life is something I've been thinking about all my life. The meaning of life and the secret of life, I've always thought are two different things. The secret of life, I'm quoting Disney Channel here, is people change people. That is the secret of life. But the meaning of life is something completely different. The meaning of life is subjective, I would say.
There is none. Everyone has a different meaning of life. But then also, what's the meaning of life for like an ant? They don't know about it. I don't know.
The meaning of life is subjective, depends on who you are.
42.
What?
Here we go.
The meaning of life?
The meaning of life is 42.
How? How is the meaning of life a number? But what? How?
It just does.
How is a number the meaning of life?
It just is.
How?
Because 42 means anything and everything.
But how can a number mean everything?
Like, you could think your meaning in life is to grow cows in Saturn. And like...
How do you grow cows?
What's your meaning of life, Ellie?
I'm yet to figure that out. Stay tuned. I think the meaning of life could never be a number. I don't even know how that's possible. I think the meaning of life is subjective depending on who you are.
Can love really last a lifetime? No.
No.
I don't think so.
No, it can't. Say you meet the love of your life when you're 22 or whatever.
Yeah.
That is not your whole lifetime.
You'd have to be birthed and... You'd have to be birthed and already in love with the baby next door to you.
What makes love so special? I say this, I've never been in a relationship. Neither of us have, to be honest. But can love really last a lifetime? No.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Moving on.
Next question. We've concluded that there's no meaning of life. Love doesn't last a lifetime.
Next question is, what is the purpose of setting goals if we all die anyway?
There is a purpose. If you don't set goals, you don't have nothing to work for. And it gives you something to do, because in reality, we're just here.
I think goals give you some sort of sense of ambition and a sense of meaning of life. If we're interlinking the two questions here, your meaning of life will change depending on your goals.
And you might as well do something.
Set goals and you'll get a meaning of life. That is our words of wisdom to you. Give yourself a goal. It's a vicious cycle. Next question. What is freedom and does it really exist?
I don't think it does exist.
This is a really depressing
It
video.
is. What is freedom?
The ability to do anything you want, but realistically, do you ever have that? You can be free in the sense that you've got nothing holding you back, but you'll never be free in the sense you can do anything right there and then. But in a sense, you can.
But maybe you don't have mental freedom.
I'd say freedom does exist. Realistically, you can do anything.
I think that certain people have freedom.
Give a situation an example.
A wild boar?
I'm thinking people. I wouldn't say everyone has freedom,
No.
but you can have it.
What happens if they're like, all they wanted was to be free and explore, I don't know, the Grand Canyon?
Then go
But
do it.
But then they couldn't afford to, and they couldn't
You
do
can
it.
always find a loophole around that. I'm not suggesting you do, but you can. Okay, moving on. Can soulmates really exist, and can you have more than one?
No. I don't think soulmates exist.
I'm
Is
gonna
that
back
quite
you up on
sad?
that. I don't think they
I don't
exist
think
either.
they exist. I think you just find someone and you're just like, oh, great, you'll do.
It's the game of like chance, where, when, and how,
just
and
like-
who.
Yeah.
No, I conclude that soulmates don't exist. Someone isn't
It's
made
not.
for you.
They're not birthed.
What is your issue with this? If you... Every time we're filming, things happen at once.
My head feels like it's about to explode.
Can I show you guys the tripod we've been filming on? Ignore Harriet on the floor, but this is the tripod we've been filming. Anyway, this is my tripod. It was my grandma's and we found it in her garage. Look how cool that is. Oh. Thank you for watching the Ellie FS. Bye.
That's so deep.